eyes are fucking burning.
Yeah.
From hours and hours.
SimCity.
Of SimCity, yes.
Oh, you got your game.
It finally works, yeah.
Nice.
So,
and what do you think?
I like it, yeah. It's always a fun kind of game, so, but I notice I do some things that are a little hypocritical.
What do you mean?
Well...
You get along with blacks?
No.
What's hypocritical?
Well, I start building, I do what the game is, building a city with residential, industrial, and
city does it look
commercial
like?
areas. I don't know. It's kind of a mini Manhattan looking thing.
Right.
I'm getting to the point where, a lot of buildings start coming up and the skyscrapers start being built instead of little houses.
Wait. Slow down a little bit, please. It's early.
Yes.
Do you start with just land?
It's just land.
And then you could, build a tiny little village, little house on the prairie shit?
Yeah, you start off, you lay down some roads.
Okay.
You lay down some goddamn roads.
Gotcha.
And then
What kind of roads you go with? Boston roads, or you go with the nice grid system that we have here in New York City?
You'd like to have a complete grid system, and then you realize why it's not like that in Manhattan. Like, you get to lower Manhattan, it gets a little squirrely. And,
Right.
Brooklyn is a lot different than that. So I try to start with a nice grid, but it ends up you got to throw something in there, and then you get that angle.
Oh, no.
Like where the Flatiron Building is.
And that's where the traffic problems start, right?
And there's some traffic problems
there.
What
about some roundabouts?
I don't like the roundabout.
Why? Go old school, one roundabout.
I shan't.
You don't remember your time in Boston?
I don't like the roundabouts.
No.
Not at all.
All right.
I laid down some roads, and then when you upgrade the roads...
Wait. I'm sorry. I got to keep going here. Because I'm a newbie to the new SimCity.
I'm with you.
Now, when you start out your little roads in your houses, is it modern day, or do you kind of go back in time?
It's all modern day.
All right, so you're basically in the year 2013 trying to build a new city in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, I'll shut up now.
No, that's cool. It's pretty much it. And then you upgrade the roads, and you make the plots bigger between the streets. Because I noticed I was making the grids a little too tight.
Okay.
And then I noticed I wasn't getting any skyscrapers going up.
Right.
So I started eliminating that, making bigger squares for blocks, and big skyscrapers start going up. And then I realized, oh, man, I got a lot of shit going on. I allotted a lot of money to things like the fire department, police, and even schools. Go figure that out. That's part of my hypocritical part, where I actually put in for education.
Gotcha.
And then I noticed, oh, shit, things are starting to, I'm spending a lot of money. And the first thing I do is start raising taxes on the wealthy.
No,
yes, I do. They don't complain as much. I fucking jack those bastards up.
Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
Until they start screaming, and then I pull it back a little bit.
Right.
So they get happy that I lowered taxes. But I fucked them.
You fucked them for a while.
I raised those goddamn taxes on those rich. Do your fair share in my city.
Oh, that's really funny.
Do your fair share.
Do you have a soda ban in your SimCity game?
No, I haven't gone with a soda ban yet.
Okay.
I may, though. And then transportation, I got to get the buses running and put up bus stops. And, well, I'm not up to an airport yet.
No.
I don't have an airport yet, but I'm looking.
Is there waterfront?
It is waterfront, so I got a dock that cruise ships come to, and I have some tourism coming in there. And I laid down some a train station, and
nice.
So I got oil well because I realized there was oil on my land.
Do you have a bad neighborhood?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to put some residential housing by the industrial places where the pollution is the worst.
That's where you put them?
Yeah. That's where I put my low-income housing because, not in my backyard.
With a giant fence around the whole thing?
No one really goes there. There's nothing there. There's nothing good. There's no good parks. You could put parks in the area, too, and the parks get people working in the parks, so you get a wealthier area, and it's just nicer for the families to go down there and stuff, and it increases the value of the land around it.
So you build this stuff, and then the game starts making people appear because they're kind of happy with what you're doing?
Yep, they're really happy. I got a pretty happy city there.
Nice.
But, yeah, there are some bad areas. I noticed through trial and error, that you should pay attention to where you're putting your water supply and your sewage treatment plants.
Right.
You don't want to keep your sewage by your drinking water.
Are you just throwing it in the river? The sewage?
Yeah, I was initially just fucking sewage plowing up, but then I got to a point where I was able to make a sewage treatment plant.
Okay.
So I got one of those, and I'm just about ready to put a nuclear power plant in and get rid of the oil, rid of the oil burn ones. But if you don't, if they don't hire good staff for the nuclear power plant, could be some problems.
Of course.
So I'll make sure that there's enough people to.
What about natural disasters?
Well, it can happen. You could turn randomizer on where it just happens.
Right.
Or you can actually start one up. I don't know why you would do that. It's just, I guess if you want to ruin the place, you're just like, here's some tornadoes.
Oh, wow.
And it'll just cut a big swath of shit through there.
Really?
There's fires all the time, though. And I have a Department of Safety that I added on to Town Hall, and I got a lot of good fire departments and a lot of fire trucks, and still the place is like burns down.
Wow, man, that looks like a lot to worry about. We're looking at a video.
There's a lot of shit going on at once. E-Rock, comment?
Does it have power grid issues sometimes where you see the lightning bolt over a building saying it's not getting enough power?
You know what? I am so glad they did away with having to lay down power lines and plumbing. When you lay down roads, it automatically, that's where your power and your plumbing goes.
Okay.
And your sewage, because that was the biggest pain in the ass. It's like, I got to fucking lay down power lines.
No.
A little too much micromanagement there.
Now, I see that's like kind of just suburbia there. Could you put a ridiculous highway in the middle of a neighborhood?
Yeah,
just to see what happens?
I've done that with a big two-laner, and then it just
cut right through a fucking...
The thing is clogs up all the side streets because they're not really big enough to handle the traffic.
Right.
Yeah. And, so I got oil wells that are supplying oil and selling oil and stuff. And I'm on a board where other people can join in and build their cities in the same region, and then I could connect like a trucking line or a train line to them and get a little trade operation going.
But what if they have a shitty city?
That's just it.
Yeah.
It's like the real world.
And could you go futuristic? Could you,
no, they don't have any future stuff.
You can't build like Jetsons houses or anything like that? No
Jetsons stuff. They got a lot of things that you could build, like big stadiums for games and tourism and it's one of those games that you just sit there for hours on end staring at the screen and just think. You can watch TV at the same time. It's not like a first-person shooter, you know?
Right.
You watch TV and then you look down and go, I got enough money, I'm going to pop that up.
Can you build a skyscraper that's way too tall?
Boy, I don't know. I got some pretty big ones going up now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting there. And it's good because then more people can move in. And the more people you get, the more places you need for business, and then you get more money pouring in because you get taxed the shit out of them. It's amazing. And then I get loans.
And how big can these cities get?
Well, I'm working with one that's it's all relative, so it's kind of hard to say how big, but you get a lot of fucking people. And then you can take over other cities, too. You could open up a new region and connect the two by a big highway or rail system.
Too much to take care of.
Then you got to go back and forth.
You might as well be a father at that point.
Exactly.
If you're going to be taking care of that much stuff.
Precisely.